Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Panda, and I have very bad news for you. Once again, in New York City, as I said before, it seems like there are some people here that are very inconsistent on what they want to do. So, with that said, everyone, my interviewee did not show up, but gives me a confirmation that he was going to show up today for this interview. So I am so sorry that I wasted your time, everybody, and the notification time to have a no-show up to this interview. So with that said, everyone, we have a no-show for the interview. It seems like my questions might be a little bit unethical to ask, because it touches on some things in New York City that needs to be discussed from a New Yorker's point of view. But my interviewer did not show up, or my interviewee did not show up, because I'm the interviewer. And yeah, no text messages, no updates on Instagram, which was today, give me okay that he was going to show up. Now, he said that he is another filmmaker, and I said, listen, I need you to explain to my audience from a New Yorker's point of view how New York is now and was before all this pandemic, pre-pandemic. Give people something to be interested in why they should come to New York and why they should not come to New York, and why New York is not good for homelessness and why it is good people that already been in on the system. But he did not show, David. Like, again, this is why I keep preaching this to you guys on this channel, that I run into a lot of New Yorkers that said they want to do this, they are this, they that, blah blah blah, they got this, they got money, blah blah blah. They like to say they have money but never want to pay the Panda photographer. So with that said, everyone, I am going to say like this. I always say take it with a grain of salt. But as you can see, someone was supposed to sit in that chair, and I have that in the background, and he was supposed to give you a conversation. You didn't miss anything. You missed a no-show. So this is why people in New York City are very inconsistent. They never want to be on time. They never say or agree to any agreements. They always like to change their minds. This is primarily New Jersey, New York City. Take it with a grain of salt, everybody. First, the day before yesterday, someone wanted not just one print, but two prints and some frames. And then the next day of the order, they changed their mind. Now, I get a interviewee that wanted me to collaborate with him, so you guys would shut up and don't want to hear my mouth from what my views of New York. So I wanted to give you some words from a New Yorker point of view. But this guy didn't show up. So with that said, everyone, it goes to show you, not everyone in New York City, and this has been constant, never on time, never consistent, very imprecise. I've been saying this for the longest time. So, and how I met him was, I was actually filming normal people, as you see, walk in front of this camera, hopping the turnstiles in the subway to prove the mayor a point why he was just picking on a demographic. You're picking on one demographic, that's the homeless. But I got evidence and I got video, which I'm going to share, because I have maybe like over 100 hours of like footage. But just B-rolling, just recorded with my iPhone, using the right settings. Then with that said, everyone, yeah, no live stream, no interviewee. So I'm going to actually end this video, and this is what I'm going to say for the last time. People, don't waste my time. Like I said, my time is valuable. When you waste my time, you waste opportunities. When you waste opportunities, you give up false hope. So that goes for everyone. With that said, everyone, I don't like the disapproval or the I guess the lack of professionalism in your humane heart. You do not have the professional to call a person or let a person know I have to cancel ahead of time because this have occurred. But no, I don't get any courtesy call. And by the way, if I was to shoot this shot with a wide angle, I will use the IRIX 11mm f4 at f8, ISO 200, shutter speed maybe 250, maybe 400. I'm just visualizing this right now because this is a good composition and I wanted it, but for this interview, but this guy never showed up. So with that said, everyone, I like how people in New York City always waste my time. This is why, guys, I'm not complaining. This is facts. Someone wanted me to interview them, and I was going to give you guys different type of content so you guys can listen to from a New Yorker's point of view. But nope, that's the third time someone's done that, and I'm not doing it again. So when people get serious in New York, let me know, because you know, what's going on in New York City needs to be discussed. The crime rate, the guns in elementary schools now, it needs to stop. It needs to. New York City and the mayor needs to put a hole, and the mayor's numbers are not looking good. I'm not going to really discuss about that, but you know, this guy was all pro Eric Adams too, so I want to hear from his point of view why you pro Adams. Because I'm not against Adams, but I'm against some of his practices and how he wants to address certain things. But with that said, everyone, yep, it's too bad it's too bad, David, because you know it would have helped some people understand from outside of New York, or people that haven't been living in New York for the last couple of years, that things have changed within the last 2 years of New York. So things are getting a little bit complicated, things are getting a little bit unsettled. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's kind of warm, but also breezy a little bit. It rained for the last 2 days, so yeah, it was the much needed rain, but also the disappointment. Like, literally, I'm sitting here wasting my valuable time to set up this setup here, and I was about to pull out the light in because I really wanted the sun to be in the shot at this table and have a reflector bounce off the subject. I mean, you know, the light bounce off the the reflector onto the subject. Sorry. Sorry, I got allergies. I've been popping allergy medicines like candy. Oh, my panda. And yes, this is why I've been sleeping a lot of, because the allergy medicine makes me sleep really early. So my trolley is actually, let me just give you guys an update on that, shall we? Let me take you off this tripod so it makes no sense. The trolley is working so far, but I noticed something. Okay, you see how these streets have all these indentations? Well, in some streets don't have it. They have really uneven sidewalks and unbalanced sidewalks. Well, it's causing some friction, some joint area. As you can see, it's bent in a little bit again. Sidewalks are just, New York City sidewalks are just not very good. Like I said, some sidewalks lean to the right and some lean to the left. It's bizarre. I don't know, but yeah. And I'm at the Flatiron District. This was the meetup spot, but with that said, everyone, thank you for trying to support, honestly. And I had to tell a lot of people to stop giving me opinions when their opinions are, I'm sorry to say this, don't take it rash, but some people's opinions lately have been very unethical, to a point where, like, there was no reason you could tell me that. If you're going to say, I'm not going to give you my opinion, but you gave me your opinion, it defeats the purpose of saying that. And guys, logic, you gotta understand logic. Don't say you're not going to give me your opinion when you give me your opinion. You tell me not to focus. This is the thing, guys. Someone told me not to focus on my photography. I just spent an investment opening the online store. What do you mean not to pay focus on the photography? See, this is where discouragement comes into play, and people are not very intelligent. I just made a video explaining how I just spent an investment on opening the online store. What do you not understand about that, ladies and gentlemen? It's clear as day as I'm saying it. More money was douche, money that you guys helped support, was thrown back into the photography business. This is why I'm going to be screwed again when it comes down to the taxes. Remember what happened in 2018, guys? When business was like tanking a little bit in the winter, and then it really tanked, and then we had to start going back to get a second job. That was kind of... And look at this. It's holding up. The wagon's holding it up. But with that said, everyone, this is why I'm probably going to have to... I'm looking into Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Listen, I don't want to hold any responsibility if people are you know... You know what? I'm going to say this is all my fault, and just in the whole conversation, it's Panda's fault, always been my fault. It's no matter what happens, and it is my fault. So I take all responsibility. When people don't show up, or people don't make promises to buy prints or whatever accessories or whatever they may be, services. Yeah, and especially those in New York. Again, I say this with the love in my heart. Don't ever come to me again, New York City, and ask me to do a free portrait, and you got me. That doesn't make any logical sense or agreement. You got me in what? Payment must be due. Again, people in New York City, you love to ask for free photos. And this is how they do it. When I'm setting up something like this, people always have an interest. So I give them information. It's called a courtesy, right? And then they bust it out like, hey man, I need a free shot with my girlfriend, or I need a free shot, you know, I know that this is a business, but do you do free collabs? Because if you collabs, you can take my shot. And that's the thing. When you do free collabs or collaborations, that's when you get screwed over. You're giving what they want. You're not really giving yourself what you want. So you gotta read between they gray lines and their voice and their words and how they use it in the sentence. So you can say, oh, so you really want is free content and free shots. I get it. What happens if you file for bankruptcy? Okay, so that Chapter 7 will leave me no reliability if someone tries to sue me for something after also. But also, when IRS comes and says, hey, I owe this, and they claim that I made this amount in this year, I'm like, nope, because I got video evidence, I got documentations, I got receipts that I am not making any revenue for the month. This is why I always ask my bank to send me an annual statement of my annual transactions. So therefore I'm in the clear. So always save your documents in your paperwork, people, because the IRS loves to get the innocent. They don't like to attack the rich people. They like to attack people like me, because they just want to take more money from me. And you, if you live here or you are dual citizen, have to pay double taxes like me. Of course, they love to take and tax your ass and take as much as they can, so you can struggle and try to work harder to make more money so they can take more money from you. So, yeah. Welcome to the United States of beautiful America. Yeah. With that said, everyone, I'm just giving you guys an update that my interview is a no-show. So, with that said, everyone, this has been a very disappointing week. Very disappointing. Like, really, this makes absolutely no sense for you New Yorkers to tell someone you're gonna meet them, you're gonna set up, blah blah blah, and you don't show up. And mind you, this is not the first, second, third, or fourth time this has happened in New York City. But it goes to show you, oh my Anna, who's the Foxy? Okay. Okay. I see you. Oh, I see you. But anyway, got to show love to the people that actually are trying to have fun in this city without all the nonsense that we normally get from New Yorkers. And that's when I wanted to touch base with this guy, because this guy actually works for the MTA, and he sees all the drama and all the chaos in the subway, and he would tell you firsthand that even he gets sick of it every single day, with some of the homeless, some of the mental health, and where is the outreach now in the city? Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be found in the city. But with that said, everyone, in Austria, we don't have to pay taxes if you make less than 13 grand a year. Guess what? In the United States, they say if you make less than, I believe it's 10,000 a year, you don't have to pay taxes. That's not actually true. You pay some taxes. Think about that. They tell you you don't have to pay any taxes if you make less than 8,000. Technically, you are already paying taxes. When they take taxes, state, federal, local, out your checks, that is paying taxes. So think about that. So don't be fooled. If you're a waitress and you make less than 17,000, don't be naive. Yeah. File those taxes. If you make 10, if you make 11, file those taxes. You make 12, file those taxes. Anyway, with that said, everyone, yeah, I don't know what to do today. That was my plan, and I was going to sell my iPhone, and that kind of went to shit too. That taxi driver, something shady about this guy I don't want to sell my phone to. At first he said he's going to meet me at 4:30. Then when it comes to around 4 o'clock, he says, oh, I got to drive to the airport. I'm like, then what was the purpose of telling me to meet me at 4:30, knowing that you're going to drive a taxi and you're going to be busy? Defeats the purpose, friend. But with that said, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully this discussion. And as I said, I've been screwed over once again, and this time I didn't do it. The last time I didn't do anything. Okay, it's just clients and just people that want to collab. This is why I don't collab, because it's going to be like, I want free shots, I want free photos now. Can I get a shot? Can I get a portrait? And sorry, when I take my camera out of my camera bag, I want to see some cheddar, green, Renero, some Yan, some Euro. Can I? Can I get some pounds, please? Come on. Money is always good to support artists that actually put money into their art, like I have with all of my art. That includes my videos, my photos, my live streams. And yes, some people may say I complain a lot. No, it's not complaining if you're telling a story about something that actually happened in real time, and especially when you're recording it. But with that said, everyone, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to support the channel, all you have to do is subscribe, like, and share it. If you guys want to go ahead and be some superheroes and support the channel even further, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. But with that said, we have another no-show New York interview, and this is my last one, and I'm not going to do anyone. I don't think I should say I won't do one again, but I need to find some New Yorker that's willing to actually spill the beans and come out clean and be honest to the community online and say New York is good, New York is bad. Here's the good, here's the bad. What got worse, what did not get worse, what is not changing and what is changing, what is development and what is not development, and what is going on in the people in New York City. Here is the mental health. With that said, guys, take care. See ya.